Hi guys, thanks for dropping into my channel. My aim in putting together this channel was to provide a platform by which people could come on and share information, a place where I could provide as much information as possible to help you make an informed choice about the things that will come up in your pregnancy and during your birth and even in the postnatal period. This is a really important time in a woman's life and one she actually never forgets. You will remember these events for the rest of your life, so it's really important that you make them empowering and memorable. My goal is to help you achieve that. So I hope you enjoy the podcast that I've just put together. It's a short version of a full-length clip that you can download for yourself on my website at thepocketmidwife.com. If you like what you see here, please subscribe by clicking the link below. And if you like what you see, click the like button and don't forget to share it amongst your friends. Thanks, and I look forward to seeing you again. Good morning. Thank you for deciding to join me and put this little video together to give women some idea about what their choices are around childbirth. What is a doula?
Well, it's a Greek word which means woman's slave.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And I guess that's what it really is.
Yeah, but I think it's evolved a lot. Yeah, I think it's evolved a lot with what you do and Jenny and myself. I think we guide women, you know what I mean? And we don't take away from what they're experiencing, but we walk along through their journey together, and we empower them just so that they can see their inner strength and they can do what they need to do to birth their babies.
I think it's been throughout history all along. Women supporting other women in that. So more knowledgeable women who have been there and can assist them to have the best experience. So we do educate.
We do.
But we don't advise. We don't advise. We don't actually give advice. We educate and then support and empower.
And a lot of the time we've got a really hippie sort of thing around doulas, and I think that's where a lot of especially mainstream moms need to kind of know that what we do in essence is educate them and let them know their choices in birth and be there for them on the day on a physical, emotional, and mental level so that they can be the best that they can be in starting their journey into motherhood. Because if they don't have that, they do walk into mothering with the wrong foot, and that can have a spiraling effect in that postnatal period.
And relationships.
It's definitely
relationships. The relationship with your babies can be really affected in this trauma. Even the whole society. A good birth is really important, not just for the mother, the baby, and the other parent, but the extended family, friends, and society as a whole.
All right, so ladies, I just want to ask you if you would, maybe you could steal a little bit of your valuable knowledge and tell women, I've just found out I'm pregnant, now what?
Oh, there's so much to say around this one. I'll tell you what, with my first experience, I peed on the stick, went to the doctor, and he said, do you have private health insurance? And I was like, yeah, finally can use it. And he gave me a list of obstetricians. Not to say that's bad, but I wasn't high risk. If I was a high risk woman, I would definitely go down the obstetric route. But in saying that, if you find out you're pregnant, research your choices. Liz said a second to me before, we research everything else to death, like our wedding day, what car we're gonna buy. But when it comes to having a baby, we just don't give the effort. We just do not give the effort. You can go.
Why do you think that is?
I think we're more comfortable going with the mainstream, and we're more comfortable to do what everybody else is doing, and that must be the right thing to do if everybody else is doing it. And so we don't give it much thought, we don't give it much effort, you know what I mean? And for some women, most women think that if they go down to an obstetrician, it's because they're buying the best, they're getting the best. But research tells us that you're more likely to have intervention in a private hospital than in a public. You know what I mean? So you need to research that. So you need to look at why that is. You could have a home birth, you could go through a birthing center, you could go on an MGP program, which is midwifery good practice, through your local hospital. You can go to a private hospital, but research those choices. Interview all those different selections, and then go, well, which one feels right to me? You know what I mean? So
because the doctor only, of course, says that you did right. This is what women tell me. So do you have private health insurance? And women think, yes, I do. I get to actually use it now.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the doctor will just say, well, okay, this is the list of the obstetricians. They've generally not even met those obstetricians. They know nothing about them. They don't know what their Caesar rate is. Or they'll say, women tell me, clients tell me, they say, well, of course, you could always go public if you haven't got private health, as if there's something wrong with
if it's the lower choice or something.
But they never say, the birth centre, this is the choice. Home birth, they'll never ever say that. It's it's private health.
Sometimes we see the after of what we want, like the room and the facilities and the luxury of that as being something that we search for, rather than the luxury of a good birth. Because the luxury
and the hospital tours,
luxury.
from my knowledge, tend to actually promote that a bit, don't they?
Absolutely. I had a woman once ring me and tell me she was going to a private hospital that I know's got an 80% Caesar rate, because I've supported a midwife in that hospital who didn't birth there. And I asked her why that hospital, and she said because they do great food. Another client, another woman rang me about going to a particular private hospital, and I said, so why did you choose, are you choosing this hospital? She said, because easy parking for my visitors after I have the baby. And to me it was, you might as well say, well, I like the carpet that they have. There was no logic behind that. Those choices of where they were choosing to birth their babies. They didn't know the Caesar rate for that hospital. Not that those private hospitals will give you their Caesar rate. An obstetrician won't give you his Caesar rate. Or it's free parking. One of them was because, well, it's free parking for my visitors.
And it's quite enticing. You get your own room, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You get the luxury of, meals, good meals and things like that. So women are more attracted to that, but they're not thinking about what's the birth going to be like.
And you get wine. You get wine. And in private hospital you get a glass of wine with your dinner if you want, which really astounds me, because it's we should be promoting breastfeeding. We drink alcohol. Post-birth, women don't want alcohol.
First birth is so unknown for women. And the stories that they hear are not often very good stories. There's not a lot of good birth stories out in the broader community, and that needs to be addressed. Because what women are hearing are always fear-mongering, and I think they probably switch off. The birth is not something that they tend to look at until fairly close to when they're ready to birth, and then they start to get quite anxious.
And when someone does have a good birth story, she feels guilty about sharing
it, because
you know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's another thing. Like, she feels really guilty about because most of her friends have had this horrific traumatic story, and then she's the one sitting there with her mother's group, and she's like, well, maybe I shouldn't say.
My clients tell me that, or the comments from the woman that they say, look, I actually had a great birth. They'll be like, oh, well, you were just lucky. Or your pain tolerance is obviously really high. Or they're downgraded for, so you're right, they don't share good birth stories. So they don't ever hear a good birth story. They don't know how amazing and powerful a good birth is.
And what preparation they did to get to that birth as well. You know what I mean? So,
do you think our society and the way we are has a lot to do with it?
Absolutely. Because it's all about drama. Look at what we watch on telly.
I saw a commercial for one born every minute on TV the other night, and I'm like, why wouldn't women not fear birth when you're looking at that? You know what I mean? That's our image. You know what I mean? When we look at any TV show or anything, have you ever seen a woman not screaming or labor? So women have the expectation that this is how it's supposed to be. So if it's supposed to be like that, then I might as well be at a private hospital where I can get the drugs. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to have any control anyway. And that's the perception. So if that's perception, society is telling us this is how it's going to be. Why would women think otherwise?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Remember, good information leads to good choices, and good choices leads to empowering and exciting birth outcomes. I hope you enjoy. I'll catch you soon.